Welcome.
Sir, can I ask a question?
Welcome. I'm here
Sir,
to try to answer your questions.
thank you, sir. Sir, is there any specific software you would like to suggest us for statistical analysis?
Hmm. Let us first understand that statistical software is a helping tool. It will help you. You should have a very clear picture about what you are going to do.
Okay.
The statistical tool is only going to help you. Don't use a statistical tool when you are not clear what to do. You are not clear what to do and you are saying that, okay, I have used so and so software and my data or my publication has this thing, and so the journal editor should not reject my article. Remember, statistical tool is a tool. The most important person is you. You should have a very clear vision what you are going to
Yes.
do. If you have decided to compare two groups on their basic attributes, you may use simple Excel, you may use SPSS, you may use plenty of free softwares are available. You can use any of the free softwares. But you should be very clear what is that you are going to do? What is the ultimate purpose of your statistical analysis? That you have to be very clear. For the different purposes, hundreds of applications are available, softwares are available, which have relative strength in some application. For example, if you are undertaking analysis of stock prices and you want to generate a trend, you want to find out a trend, whether the share prices in future is likely to increase or fall down, then probably SPSS is not the best software for this. There are so many other applications available. You would like to use those applications. I'll not give name because my purpose is not to give advertisement of a particular application, but I want to give a point that since your purpose is such for which this software may not give you very good result, better use, there are already plenty of applications available. Use those applications. They will help you to identify the trends. You are undertaking a research to identify the export import gap of India in the years to come. You want to create a scenario building. Again, for scenario building, SPSS may not give you the best results. There are plenty of other applications available. Use those applications. And ultimately, in order to undertake proper statistical analysis, proper data analysis, if you are not clear about any application, whether that application is available or not, there are plenty of experts available. You can consult the experts and identify which application to use and how to use it, or you can take the help of the experts, right? Because the most important thing is that you have to identify suitability for your purpose. What is your purpose and how you are going to achieve it? If, for example, you have developed certain uh, cow dung in certain way, and now you want to see that, check whether it has the capabilities to grow the plant well or not. Now your purpose is to compare this particular product as a fertilizer. Can it be replaced? Can it replace certain fertilizer or not? Now what do you do? What is the best way to do this kind of research? The best way to do this kind of research is two groups. You have to take two group and you have to take experiment. Before and after experiment, you have to make observation. That is the best way to do it, right? So what do? You pick up two groups. On one, you apply the fertilizer and on another you apply this cow dung which you want to study whether it is giving good results or not. A researcher should not be biased. Researcher has to be very honest. Whatever finding is, you're going to disclose to the world. You should not have in your mind that I'll do this research, find this finding, and will prove to the world that look, this is good. This kind of attitude is dangerous. Every researcher should be very honest, should disclose to the world, this is my finding. Whether this thing is this or not, I have done it, I have checked it. You can also check it. Whatever finding you get, you can also share it. So researcher has to be fairly honest and should not have any attachment to the findings. A researcher should not have any attachment to the finding. Whatever research finding comes, he should accept it. The finding may reject your hypothesis, the finding may approve your hypothesis, whatever it comes. I mean, you should not have any attachment in your mind. You should go absolutely plain hearted. So when you carry out research, how will you carry out this research? Two groups, before and after. Before and after. Before the experiment began, both the groups had same productivity. Then after some time, you again did observations. You kept all other variables under control. All other variables means climate, moisture, air quality, water. All other things are under control. Only one variable is different. Rest all variables are under control. Right? Now only one variable is different. Which is the variable? In one of the group you are using fertilizer. In one of the group you are using your own developed cow dung. That is the only difference that you have done. All other things are under control. And before and after, you are taking regular observation. After the observations have come, you analyze these data. You compare the productivity. For comparing the productivity data, you have many statistical tools available. You have to select the tool which can give you the best result. Now suppose you decided to use chi-square test, or suppose you decided to use some other statistical application. Fine, you use the statistical application. Find whether the difference between the two groups is statistically significant or not. If one of the group is giving productivity of, let's say, 15.5, another group is giving productivity of 16, whether this difference between 15.5 and 16 is statistically significant or not, that you will check using certain application. Okay, but here we go with some assumption. These assumptions are, you have used random sampling, you have not tried to introduce any element on your own, you have not added your convenience, you have used fairly large size, so that law of averages works. It is normal distribution, because statistics will give you result only if the data is having normal distribution. If the data is not having normal distribution, the magic of statistics will end, because the law of averages will work only if it is derived from normal distribution. The statistics gives you advantage or disadvantage in the form of law of averages, which works only when it is normal distribution. So you can check it out whether your data is having normal distribution, and you can analyze the data and show to the world that this is the finding, this is significant, this is the statistical result. You can, because what is scientific inquiry? A scientific inquiry is something which you have undertaken or somebody else will undertake. The finding will be same or similar. So this is the basic purpose. You are not having any preconceived notion in your mind. You are trying to show to the world your research methodology. And you are asking the world, if you want to verify, you can do research, you can check yourself. You are giving to the world that if you're not satisfied with my finding, you can do this inquiry on yourself. This is the method that I have adopted. You can also adopt the same methodology. Whatever findings you get, you can also share with me. That is the purpose, right? So this is in simple words, this is the task of the writer, a researcher, to share to the world certain research activities and disclose to the world exact method so that everyone else can do it, check it, verify it, and share with you the finding. At the end of the research, if you are able to derive certain conclusion, you are open to discuss on them, you are open to face any critical comments also, and give reasonable justification for whatever you have done.